have you now.
Thank you for the sub, Josh. And boom, we're live. What's up, peeps? Hopefully the audio's like normal. You know, hopefully the song isn't too loud in the background. Just let me know if it's too loud and I'll just turn it down a little bit. But what's up, peeps? Who we got? We got Takedown, Stefan, Copenhagen, Simon, and likely Josh in the background. Alright, if I just click that. Sounds great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey there, Sphinx. Skywalker. Sound is okay. Sweet. I was worried in the background music too loud because the songs don't seem to have like a normalized level whatsoever. They kind of go all over the place. Italian Stallion in the house. We got James, Yoda, Master KT. Thank you guys. I did have a brief, like, you know, I clicked into Grand Arena, so I've seen the leaders, but that's kind of it. I remember Revan was there. It's about all I really remember. Hey there, Ryrock, one of my patrons. Let's go and have a look, shall we? So we're facing Blackbolt this time in round 1. Thank you, Roberto. TacCon says, watch some of your vids. Thanks, first time watching you live. Great to have you here, dude. And Fredox, watching from work. Fingers crossed, signal stays okay. Indeed, dude. Must have quite a chill job to be able to watch a stream at work. I think I would get shouted at. Hey there, Audrey. Right, so BB lead. What in the world? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, snap. He's not set teams, at least at the bottom anyway. Just broke 500 subscribers. Congrats, Takedown Games. Everyone, if you're into, you know, Galaxy of Heroes and looking for more content to watch, check out my buddy Takedown Games. Hey there, was it Slebo? Welcome, dude. Autofill. Oh, wow. Look at this for a team. It should be interesting. To see how any of these teams hold up. It'd be my luck I'll end up screwing up against one of them too. And the AI seem to be friendly here and at least set like a correct team. Wow, a correct leader. No Jedi teaming with Revan. Although it's kind of like a bunch of OP plug and play characters there. Because I mean, Asajj works nicely in a lot of teams. She's going to ramp up anyway. Vader's a pain, can't counter him, ability block non-stop and stuff, and yeah, these guys are really strong. Well, that could be quite an annoying team actually. We've got Isolate, Plague, Stealth, Taunt, Frenzy, as well as cooldown increase and Annihilate. Your opponent did the same thing. I don't know how good they are. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell how these teams will perform. Oh, residential care effectively on call. Oh, right. I just work in a store. Ran to my first autofill today. Easy to clear. I had one before, actually. And I don't know if it was entirely autofilled or if the AI just filled what the guy didn't fill. Because there was one team which was like a rebel squad. And it was all rebels. So unless the AI just randomly wanted to put Luke, Han, Chewie, and R2 together, which seems quite unlikely, I'm guessing the guy didn't finish setting it up. If you check his inventory, it's got 1, 5, 6, 10. Oh, it's done like that, is it? Where is he? Where's he at? Blackbolt. Ah, right, yeah. Never knew that. But then I've only ever faced one, and I've never left mine in to be done like that, so... I believe your autofill works. Fill from your best character down. At least you know his back wall is disjointed garbage. Very, very true. Yes, so if we just take out the big guns, and then we can just walk through everything. These look like the only two decent squads because of them, and I mean that's got some really awkward mechanics plugged together there. More cheese in the back, yes, indeed. What am I gonna use? I don't know how to fight these teams. I really don't. They're just so weird. I think we're gonna throw rebels. Rebels first here. If we just go with them four, should in theory. Let me see how fast their Treya is before I do that. Because if I end up getting isolated, and I'm quite quick, and I'm fighting with a 3-man team, that would actually be a real pain. How about Boss? Boss, he's fairly quick for health mods. Don't know. I may use rebels down here and use Treya up there actually. Super happy to catch you live. Hey there, Dobbsy. How you doing, dude? Hey there, the Ghost. You haven't missed anything yet. We've only just kind of started. I noticed that the enemy has auto-filled teams. Hey there, Kleso. I always call you Kelso for some reason. All right, we're gonna run the rebels here. An undersized squad should be fine against this team because it's a really, really weird lineup. And I need to get one of those quests done. You hate when that happens. Yeah, it's only the second time I've ever had this. I can shut Luke down. That would be great. He's the only major threat in this entire squad, really. This is gun him down. Because he's one of those characters that's just great, like, you know, one-on-one. Just an all-round, well-rounded, terrifying character. So it doesn't really matter what team he's in, he could still cause you serious problems. We should probably just kill off the rest of the characters. Just so that Revan's all alone. Oh wow, she didn't die from that? Okay. Alright, Rey's gone. Vader's gone. And now we'll just mop up Revan. It's so strange seeing these kind of oddball autofill teams. But I'm glad they do that. So you've actually got something to fight. And it kind of punishes the people that just join up and don't play. My opponent listens to the Reality Skew Gamers streams and was decided to face me. Thought that was awesome. Came over to my channel. Yeah, I love that when that kind of thing happens actually. So awkward. Yes, those quests. I'm such a completionist, I can't ignore them. And I keep finding myself kind of do them. Do you hear? Yes, I heard about the hard note. It was just last night. I was on the game and I was like, I'm guessing that 8 thing is gonna stay then. And then I wake up this morning and there's the message saying they're going back to 5. I was like, oh. Pretty disappointed to see that actually. I mean, it was never promised to be full-time, but it'd been so long, I think we just kind of assumed. I mean, I did anyway. I assumed that was it now. That it's just going to stay that way. Makes me wish I had continued to farm those bounty hunter ships a little bit more. That should do the job. Dooku's going to constantly provide a ton of heal. Thrawn can shut down whoever's going to cause me the most problems. Talzin is no joke. Yeah, she's a great character by herself. I used to use Talzin back in the day. I'm actually going to put this on her just because Isolate would be more problematic than anything. I used to use Talzin in a plug-and-play Rex team with Palpatine, Rex, Luke, and General Kenobi, and was incredibly viable. And then Jedi Revan came along and screwed everything up. I'm still placing first in arena right now. I can't even use my Darth Revan because he's only just got to gear 9 today. I was stuck on a droid caller for like forever. We finally got that now. Come on, Scion, get rid of that taunt. Actually, no, you can just get rid of it, can't you? I forgot about you. This is such a weird team, yet it could actually really cause some problems. There's no point hitting her yet. I want you. Fine. Get rid of the actual tank who's going to get in the way of things. Back to you, Drain. Super zombie. Actually, let's just finish her. Just die. We shut down Nihilus, and then this team can't do anything. Anything whatsoever. Dr. Dooku, indeed. Constant heals. Alright, gone. We're just gonna beat up R2 and then, you know, annihilate what's her face when we're done. Kaboom! Let me catch up on chat. I see it kind of flew away from me a little bit. Oh, you said the same thing in Discord. Yeah, exactly. You get credits for winning. When before, you just got nothing. It kind of screwed people. Boom, boom, boom. You're worried you haven't farmed Tusken Raider for any particular reason? So messed up. I was on Miss Weekly stream last night and we were talking about, yes, Mist was on about it coming out during that. Hey therefore, gonna suck when they put Droidica and B1 on hard nodes and we need Separatists for a legendary power. Oh, don't even joke. You just know that's gonna happen. Yeah, it is an auto deployment opponent this time, Earl. I hadn't even noticed. I'd clicked on, I saw Revan and Talzin, and then just popped back out, set up my stream and everything. And then we came on and we noticed at the bottom we had Scion and BB lead, and we're like, oh, hang on a minute. Legendary Jar Jar. That'd be great. Alright, what do we got left? What do we got left? Let's just throw my resistance. I always keep resistance around. One of my like main project teams, you know, when Sith Raid started, I was like, right, I have to make this team good. And it was the first team I really sat down and took to 12.3 on everything. Yes, hit the like button, people. That'd be awesome. Yeah, let's just wreck Yoda's face. For all the times he wrecked mine in arena before I had Jedi Revan. It was not fun before I had Revan, I tell you that. Yeah, you're not having that taunt, and you're gonna die. Alright, get rid of these. BB-8 lead is pretty scary, isn't it? I'm determined to get back on form. I've had far too many grand arenas in a row now where I've just had to rush because, you know, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I gotta get to work, and I'm always running late all the time. And as a result, I have to cram my battles in as quick as I can, not even paying attention. I'm rushing, watching the clock, and yeah, and it's really showing. I mean, I've lost my last 3 finals. That's not happening. So I'm going to stream these late, like tonight, because I'll be able to do that every time. The downside is obviously I'm having to go first before my opponent, but when I'm doing it like this, I've got more time to actually concentrate. DB, have you heard that our Imperial Troopers can take on that? I hadn't. I actually expected that. Who did I say? It might have been Mobile Gamer I said that to. It was even Mobile or Mist. I can't remember. It was during, like, when the kit was revealed to us. It looked really susceptible to burst damage. And who's more burst damage than the Imperial Troopers? And what am I using for Darth Revan counters? Jedi Revan. I've beat, like, what the hell's that? I've beat, like, every combo. The hardest one I find is the Night Sister one, the one that's got Zombie and Talzin in it. Everything else, I crush it in like 40 to 60 seconds. Not even remotely difficult. Whether it's the ones that CG suggested with Trooper or Assassin or Marauder, whether it's the ones with a Triumvirate, whether it's the ones with just Scion and Nihilus or whatever, they just crumble. Did you see Cub? I can't remember last time I actually saw a video of Cubs, to be honest. I don't really get time. I mean, you guys know I've been struggling to get my own content out lately. We'll use Finn after his rework, kind of as a last ditch, you know, thing. If I need a leader, I might roll him out, but generally I don't care. What's the kill order against Darth Revan? Mark Bastila, take her out. Just go full on at her. Then what I do, if I've only got a single attack left, I will hit Revan. If I have an assist attack available, I'll hit HK and I'll take him out instead. Then I can finish off Revan. You know, say if I got Kenobi's big special, I'll use that on HK and get rid of him, or things like that, because assists don't work against Revan. So I finish off Revan that way. Often he gets killed by a counter because he ends up hitting me and I just wipe him out. Then I finish off Nihilus with the next marks and then mop up Scion. Careful with that Scion lead. What am I even going to use against this? We got Scion, Palpatine. Annoyingly, we got Jolie here that actually can keep bringing these two back because he is Zated. What do I want to use? I'm worried these two are going to keep Scion alive, actually, coming to think of it. So I need big damage. I don't really have big damage, do I? I might have to use my Imperial Troopers. Ewoks, that could work. There's a lot of, you know, there's TM manipulation in their team, so... If you don't have God mods, but still pretty good mods, you can use Power Bleed, Triumvirate, and they can beat... yeah, I mean, my mods aren't really that great, not compared to my opponents. Darth Revan teams with Night Sister easily, a Power Bleed. Oh, right, sweet. I hadn't even tried that. Anyone go to Star Wars? I wish I could go to Star Wars Celebration. So we've got Troopers and Ewoks. They may have a better time actually controlling the enemy TM. Oh, I don't know. I actually think I'm going to go Troopers. I'm just not convinced they got the damage. They might better control them, but I don't think they're actually going to kill anything. I'm going to go with this. Yeah, if I could get stateside, I would totally go to Star Wars Celebration, but I can't get stateside, so... shut down Palpatine first because he's just gonna completely rush me. Let's kill those. Yeah, easy. This is what I used to do to Bastard the lead on my old alt account as well. Just completely wreck the squads. Yeah, there's not much point in you countering, dude. You just delaying the inevitable and you're gone. Easy. Totally wrecked Mos Eisley. Totally. I thought about going Monday, but no one wants to take day off to join me. Reserve for Saturday. The Bounty Hunters, Django, Boba, Dengar, and Boss can take down Revan teams as well. Oh, there's a bug in it. So is it still going to work when they eventually fix that? That was faster than I thought it would go. Yeah, I mean, troopers, dude, so powerful. So powerful. What we got down here? Interesting. Dual tank. And up here, what are we working with? Savage. And we've also got the incredibly annoying Zeta Barriss in the team, although it doesn't really work unless Kenobi's the leader, to be honest. Just did Gear 12 Plo to help absorb the losses on my Revan squad mods. Yeah, it's amazing on offense, dude. Absolutely amazing. I think we're going to go Palp here. Throw Sid in there, maybe. Savage. Who else do I want? Who else is on the... Didn't really pay attention to who was entirely on the enemy team, to be fair. We'll just throw Akla in there. She hits like a bus. Okay, Moss Isley, thanks for swinging by, dude. I just don't think CG intended it to work like that. Okay. And if that's the case, they probably will change that then. They don't tend to like when people find unexpected interactions. I'm sure many of us remember Stormtrooper Han's nerf. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of a warranted one. I used it once and I sat there laughing because it just went on forever in a Sith raid. It actually went so long, the game crashed because the loop just went on for that long. So yeah, I kind of got that. But people were pissed. Just dive over. Alright, he's gone. Alright, shock. Alright, nice and easy. You just crushed your Grand Arena moments ago. Got your that from Gear 12. Oh man, I wish mine was Gear 12. I just got him to Gear 9 right before I came on here. Place bombs as many as you can on that from use Zam's basic to detonate. Ah, right, yeah. Hey there, Daniel. How you doing, man? Glad to have you here. Road to redemption, indeed. I've had so many bad performances, and yet I was kind of known for finding ways to win against significantly better opponents, and lately I've just sucked. I really have. When my mind is not there, it really is not there, and I just do some seriously stupid stuff. Let's get the Ewoks in, shall we? I saw a post on the Facebook Star Wars group earlier called was it Easy Ewok or something, and it was like an action figure. Cracked me up. No, don't do these things to me. Let's get that TM. Well, luckily we can just bring him back, but stealthed anyway. This could be quite an annoying team, to be fair. These dual tanks. Alright, Han's gone. Get rid of the damage. If we get rid of Thrawn, it should make life a lot easier. Keep Elder stealth, then you ain't got to worry. Ah, oh, Baze, I hate you. I think we're just going to have to kill Kenobi first, because all the crits are just causing him to keep taunting, and I'm never going to be able to kill my actual main target. Or that'd be the end of Kenobi. No, wow, he lived. I am surprised. How you doing, Rice? I'm not doing too bad myself. You're totally going to lose indeed, Mark. It's quite a scary team. I actually really like the Ewoks. They're such fun to play on offense. I mean, they're not worth a damn anywhere else, but they're good fun in these like obscure battles. I actually used them to beat Traya once. Yeah, you're not having that buff. Murder Bear on Murder Bear action right now. Chirp getting wrecked. Right, just poor Bay's about to get smashed by a bunch of teddy bears. Or the man who was once the most feared tank in the game. I used to hate facing Chase. I don't even like facing it too much these days, but early game, that used to wreck me so much. Ooh, get in. Alright, so it's a nice full clear. My opponent's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything. So that's a clear win for moi, which feels good after the way things have gone. I want to have a look who we could possibly be up against next. We got a guy from Guild Croatia. He's got Traya. See if he has either of the Revans. Okay. It's not letting me search. He does. He has Jedi Knight Revan, who's surprisingly not using it as his arena team. Yeah, it's pretty well developed. Don't see why not. Beats Darth Revan, so. Okay, so I've got a nice solid player here. He's got Falcon and Darth Revan. I'll just make sure I keep my Jedi Revan if I go up against him. Use Ewoks take out first order team every time. I need to practice that because the couple times I've tried it, I got wrecked. They just kept shutting down Logray and Elder really, really quickly, and then I was just kind of like, oh, I've got no control anymore. Still crushing on offense with the tankless Imperial Troopers you posted back when range and snow. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. You don't need a tank, just go all out with them and yeah, get that damage. You got 15, 48, and he actually plays defense. I just noticed when you don't set defense, it strips all mods on. Oh, really? Are you still working on your wildcat? No, I actually dropped that. I just don't have time. I mean, I was really struggling to find time to play and make videos. Okay, he's got Darth Revan, but it's not going to be remotely an issue. I'll be able to beat that with pretty much anything. Tio. So far, it looks like we've only got one Darth Revan user. He's significantly better than mine. This guy looks good. Good arena placements. No Darth Revan again, fortunately. Last guy. Oh, he doesn't even have like a complete Jedi Revan team, so I don't think I need to worry too much here. He does have Darth Revan though, which is surprising. Do you prefer 5v5 or 3v3? 5. 3 just has some really strange interactions. Paplu needs to be the fastest. Alright. Oh wow, I got bumped out of the top 50. Who did that? Was 46th. Tommy the Slacker. Dude, if you're watching, it's on. It's on. I'm going to bump the life out of him daily until he leaves me alone. Yeah, we came first in arena today, running my Jedi team. Who are the squads we went through? Went through This one, with no difficulty whatsoever, it went down in about 52 seconds. And I went through that one with my Revan team. This is a faster Revan team than mine. Everything that's higher went straight through that. Who else got a whooping? I think Nazgul got a whooping on the way up too. He runs that variation. His one took a little bit longer. His Basta is really tanky. Or I just wasn't landing any big hits whatsoever. I went straight through that. I can't remember who else I beat up. I knew there was somebody. Oh, no new messages. Okay. Well, I'm kind of out of things to do. That's a little bit disappointing. I went down a bit fast. That's the trouble when people don't set a defense and you want to live stream it. As far as ships, besides Falcon and Houndstooth, what other ships you suggest having geared up? Well, obviously, if you're going to be running the Falcon, you're going to want Bistan. I actually started working on the pilots for this ship myself, and then obviously the whole Darth Revan thing happened, and I had to use up all my resources. But I mean, this is probably the best starting ship to go with those two. And then obviously you're going to want Phantom, probably Ghost, Cassian or Biggs, any combination of that lot. Phantom preferably is your first reinforcement. Wedge doesn't really need to be there, to be honest. He can be, but I mean, most of the time the battle's over before an extra reinforcement comes in like that. If you're not running Falcon, obviously, then boost up your bounty hunter ships and Kylo, unmasked Kylo, that is. I mean, the bounty hunter ships are fantastic. IG-2000 do some serious damage if you fly it in once these guys have got things set up. I don't really rate Slave 1. I've never really rated it. I find it really soft when I'm using it. The AI just, it takes me like 50 attacks to kill that one, but when I fly mine in, even though it's got higher stats, it just dies in about 2. What's the minimum gear level 5-star trader to survive going up against Jedi Revan? Ooh, I would say probably as high as you can get, unless you've got some ridiculous defense secondaries to go on your mods. I mean, where is she? Because I have like the anti-Jedi Revan set up myself, rocking a defense, 2 defense sets and a health set. We've got a crit avoidance. I got defense, protection, defense, and offense. I haven't needed to do 6 dot to ever need to keep her alive yet. I also missing all those pieces, and she's pretty slow. Only 173. I've actually got some footage that I've done for a video about Traya versus Revan, in fact, where I do it with 0 speed, just to demonstrate that this is not a factor. It's just about keeping her tanky. But yeah, I highly doubt 5 stars really gonna survive. It's gonna be harder for people to farm Falcon now. It is. Luckily, I made sure I was ready for at least a 5-star Falcon before the whole Juhani and Kaf became farmable. So I'll get them done because I knew they were going to become farmable at some point, and that was going to be the team needed. And then I was able to switch over, knowing I'd at least get the Falcon. What do you think next big character will be? Malak. Yeah, I do. I actually think it'll be Darth Malak. I think he's the one that is going to basically break a lot of the counters to the Darth Revan team. We saw him at the end of the event, so we know they've already designed him. So it's more than likely that he'll be brought into the game. And I mean, if you look at this Sith Empire team, these 3 are fantastic. These 3 offer nothing. I've faced teams with these in and the Triumpher in, and they don't do anything at all. Once you kill Bastila and then pot shot either of these 2, that's it, it's over. Whereas if you can bring somebody like Malak into the game that prevents you gunning after them, I don't know, you could either boost TM massively, or what else could he really do? Like sort of unavoidable, unresistible stuns or something along those lines, where the enemy team can't get going quick enough. That's going to shut down most counters. I mean, Rebels wouldn't work. it would, you know, if it bypasses and is unresistible, it would actually prevent Jedi Revan really doing a whole lot as well. What do you think B2 means? I didn't really think it meant anything outside of possibly a Clone Wars territory battle or something, but somebody did say Grievous capital ship, but that was something I hadn't even thought of and could quite easily be right. Hopefully it doesn't mean Padme and needing the droids, as somebody earlier said. Thank you. I can't pronounce your first name, but I know your surname is Cavalcante. So thank you, dude. We've actually beat Grand Arena now. Just kind of having a Q&A with the viewers. Thank God you finished Houndstooth already, Blackbeard. I wish I had. I had to kind of ease up and get all my energy on Juhani, though. Advice DB, Bosk lead or Django lead bounty hunters with Dengar to take out the Zeta Maul squad. I've never used Django lead, to be honest. I mean, Bosk lead should do the job. There's a lot of attacks and a great deal of speed, as long as you can get the contract going. Dengar around would prevent the stealth. So that you know, that's going to largely shut them down. I would really like Django in the squad too. Under Bosk, though. I'm a big fan of Bosk, Django, Boba, Dengar, insert random 5th member. I think that's kind of the way to go. Whoa, loads I'm trying to catch up on chat. Hey, DB. I hear you, DB. I was hoping for another non-KOTOR character. Yeah, I think Malak is kind of... They can't really move away from KOTOR until Malak's out. He's such an in-demand character. Grievous ship. Yeah, Klesso agrees. We'll need 5 Sith ships to get, which I did recommend you guys make sure you had at least 5-star, just in case anything, you know, comes their way. And yeah, I got them done. What do you think about change from 8 to 5? Sucks. I knew it'd come eventually, although I had started to think, you know, maybe this is staying. But yeah, I'm a bit gutted about that. It's going to screw up a lot of hard node farms. DB, a fantastic chat interaction. Your example, bro, substance top notch. Thank you, Sean. It's kind of how it is on Twitch. A lot of the YouTubers here a lot of the streamers here on YouTube, particularly on Galaxy Heroes, totally different. They just don't talk to the viewers. I've been in them and I've spoken and don't even get a response or acknowledgement. It's like, oh, okay. Whereas on Twitch, it's kind of like non-stop. And when I left there, I thought, well, I'm bringing that here. It's what keeps these streams going for me. It's what makes them fun for me, is chatting to you guys. Calo Nord and Bendak, please. I mean, both of that artwork was in the event, so please bring them both. Trouble Bounty Hunters is their modern will depend on their leader. Yeah, lots of shuffles and dependent on what benefit you're getting from the leader. The Palp Shuttle, yeah, I never bothered with that. It's such a trash ship, it really was. Have you finished Grand Arena? Yeah, we've actually fully cleared it already. So I went into Q&A mode. Can we talk about non-Star Wars stuff? Are you excited for Game of Thrones? Never seen it. Not even an episode, dude. I'll get to it one day, but at the minute, I'm kind of watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I used to watch that when I was like, you know, a young teen, because didn't every guy fancy Sarah Michelle Gellar back then? But I never got further than about halfway through season 2. So my missus got into it, so I'm watching all the way through that in a minute. And X-Files, I'm on the latest season. I was a mega fan of that. And Vikings, I'm watching. What else am I watching? There's a couple of shows, mainly like documentaries and stuff. Deception says, oh no, Decepticons. Oh. Transformers fan here. Thank you, Max, for the subscription. First stream I've managed to catch. Glad to have you here, dude. You gotta come by my Grand Arena streams. If they're in like a doable time, Zylo, I will be there, man. Am I the only one that wants to join a pile besides Malak? No, dude, I'd be totally up for that. Darth Bane, that's who I want. One of my all-time favorite characters. What's the Umbrella Academies? I've actually got that on my list to watch. I have a subscription to both Amazon Prime and Netflix, so I've got that on the list to watch. I recently finished American Horror Story, and I finished, what else did I finish? Haunting of Hill House. My missus is making me watch Jane the Virgin, although to be fair, it's quite funny at times. Rogelio is a legend. And the Goldbergs, started watching that recently. That's really funny as well. Walking Dead, I was a huge Walking Dead fan, although I stopped somewhere in season 5 because those mid-season breaks that you guys do in the States, we don't do them over here, but you did one, and I started watching other TV shows and just never went back. Spirit of the Ancient Sith Lord, I'd love any of those. Any of the Ancient Sith would be great. Would adding Jar Jar to the game be jumping the shark at this point? I wouldn't mind it. I'd love a Gungan faction, to be fair. Daft Bane would be a great addition. Both of them, Ryrock. I actually watched both of them. I was so hardcore into it, I went straight into Fear Walking Dead as well. I've only seen the first season of that. I've got to catch up at some stage. If you watch the end of my last stream, you'll see what I call breakdancing for. I have to check that out. Have you seen the 4 series of Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock? Nope, never seen any of them, sorry. Season 9 was the best season of Walking Dead. Yeah, showrunner is amazing, she brought the show back to life. I really do have to catch up. We have Ewoks and Jawa, why not Gungans? Exactly, that they should be accounted to the droids. But then I suppose a lot of things can counter the droids. Now, I won't deny I'm thankful for Darth Revan came along and rebalanced the arena. I don't even have... Yes, that's what he's done. He's drastically rebalanced it. Because people are using Darth Revan to easily win. And it defends against a lot of teams. A lot of people just don't want to mess with it. But at the same time, if you have Jedi Revan at a decent level, you can just run through those teams. Hence why I'm first, using Jedi Revan. No, Matt, and I just mentioned actually, I've never even seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I intend to. It's my kind of show. I love, as I said, I love Vikings. The Tudors was great. I enjoyed, what was the one with the Pope? Jeremy Irons was in it. Can't remember the name of it. Nope, totally gone. I love those kind of shows. Fear is meh, but season 5 looks interesting. Definitely I have to catch up on that. Bullshit, that's the one. I was gutted I didn't get a final season. It really got good towards the end. Actually, little tidbit. As a kid, I was best friends with Max Irons, Jeremy's son. I was best friends. I've actually been to their house and everything. And Max is the star of, I believe, The White Queen, which was also a really good show. If you haven't seen already, The Punisher, I need to watch that. I loved the Tom Jane Punisher. What about North America? Never seen it, didn't even know it was a show. There's a show called You on Netflix that's a good show. I think I've seen the trailer to that. Is that about some stalkery type dude? Sure, I've seen the trailer to that. Brandon really went down so fast we got into TV talk. But I love TV. TV shows, and I'm a binge watcher myself. I find a show and that's it. I'm just straight on it. Movies. I have the most ridiculously sized movie collection in the world. Yeah, The Stalker. Yeah, I did see that trailer actually. Are you going to see Endgame first weekend? What's Endgame? Oh, somebody just subbed. Trunks, thank you, dude. Welcome to the community. I meant Naughty America. Never mind, it's porn. Oh, right. Killing Eve is another one. Not heard of that. Have you watched Man in the High Castle? Yes. Loved that show. I'm somewhere in season 2. And again, my missus got distracted by another show. And we tend to watch TV a lot together like that. But yeah, that was a really good show. Oh, Avengers. No, I've not seen a single Marvel movie in the Marvel universe thing. I ain't seen any of them. I've seen Venom, but that's not part of it. And I saw the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, but they're not part of it. And the only Hulk thing I've ever seen is the like 70s TV show. Yeah, never got into Marvel. I intend to watch it, but that's why when Marvel Strike Force came out, I played it a little bit, but I just didn't connect to it because I don't know anything about Marvel. Thank you, Barracandy, for the sub. I was always kind of a DC kid growing up. Even then, I wasn't really into superheroes at all, to be fair. I need to catch up. Yeah, I mean, in the DC thing, I've seen like every Batman ever. I was big into Batman as a kid. And I recently watched Man of Steel, which I liked. I'm a big fan of Henry Cavill, obviously from Tudors again. And I'm buying Batman v Superman. I have a 3D TV, so I need to buy the 3D Steel books for them all. And then I just don't know where to start with Marvel, to be fair. I think, isn't Iron Man the one you're supposed to watch first? Bro, you need to catch up. Marvel Cinematic Universe is amazing. I intend to. I'll get to it at some point. The DC one's a lot shorter, so I'll probably just get through that first. I think there are about 5 films in it or something. If you like, oh, I know, Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. It looks amazing. Dude is a phenomenal actor. I'm a big fan of him, actually. His Johnny Cash performance was incredible. Gladiator, incredible. There's a whole bunch of his films. There's one where it was like it's a big drug thing. I forget the name of the film. It was really, really good. Stop watching. I don't watch EastEnders. I don't actually watch any TV like from UK. Like none of the soaps, nothing. Never watch TV. I only watch like the American shows and the British shows that are on like, you know, the box sets that I can watch that way. Like In-Betweeners. That's a good show. But yeah, don't watch a great deal of UK TV, to be fair.
Have you now?
We got another sub. Kaya Apollinario. Sorry if I butchered your name. I do try to say them. Have you watched The Exorcist? Just started enjoying it so far. The TV show? No. I intend to watch The Purge and the Scream TV show, though, at some stage. You got Batman tattoos. That's so badass. You watched the Gotham TV show. That I actually started that recently. Really liking that. Looks awesome, amazing actor, totally agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping, from what we see, you know, like, Gotham breaks him, and I'm hoping he'll descend into, like, a totally unhinged madness, you know, and get, like, dark and proper evil and everything. That's the way Joker is. And I think if anyone can do that, it's Joaquin Phoenix. So I don't think there's anything the guy can't do in movies. Incredible actor. Did you know EA already discontinued Force Arena? Yeah, I used to play that game. I was one of the originals who beta tested that. I had like massive viewers on Twitch. Me and like some big name over there were like the two that were playing it. And I stopped because it was so boring. The pay to play wall on there was so big. Like they released that Darth Vader with a long snout and that scuba diver looking Luke Skywalker, and they broke the game basically. Nothing else worked except them. And then Cassian could kill you off the map, and it was like, really? I just lost interest. You mean The Master, the one that had Joaquin Phoenix as a drunk? Quite possibly. I don't know. Let me have a quick flick through his movies. I've seen so many of them. My mother has like the most enormous crush on him. I actually bought a shirt that he wore that was all like, you know, certificate and everything through like a licensed vendor and everything. A shirt that he wore in the Johnny Cash one. Was it Walk the Line? For her. Because she's such a big fan of him, and I borrow all her movies of him. He's such a great actor. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Sean. Thank you very much, bud. I love Death Robots on Netflix. Not seen that yet. If you're in scary movies, massive horror buff. Recommend Dead Meat on YouTube. I actually have that on Amazon on my watch list. Oh no, what? It's a channel. They go over it. Alright, there's actually a movie called that too. Final season of Gotham, can't wait for the ending. I've only just got to the start, so I'm pretty happy. What did you miss? Yeah, I've run through Grand Arena. We're having a huge like Q&A chat about movies and Star Wars and everything at the moment. Always loved Matt Smith, Doctor Who. Never seen an episode of Doctor Who. Actually, no, I lie. I caught part of an episode of Doctor Who and I was like, no, not for me. Kind of left. It was kind of that old campy British style thing that just doesn't like resonate with me. I was kind of nah. I think the only thing that's like that kind of campy British comedy that I ever got into was Red Dwarf. Even then, I wouldn't say I was a massive fan of that, although I've seen a lot of it. Joaquin Phoenix. Let me look him up. What was that film of his that I really liked him in? Joaquin Phoenix. Yes, I know he's in Joker. I was so pumped when I heard he was going to be the next Joker. See, American Gods, I haven't. I've seen it there and been meaning to watch it. That and Black Flag. Been meaning to watch that too. But just haven't got around to it. Boom, 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 boom. Right, there's his filmography. The Young Ones. Yeah, I've got to say that was funny. And Bottom. Great show. We Own the Night. That was the one I was thinking of. That's and Ladder 49, obviously. Hotel Rwanda. The Village. Yeah, dude is such an actor. Really is. Signs. How could I forget he was in Signs? What was your feeling on episode 9? Do you think J.J. Abrams will make a good ending or will it disappoint? I think it'll be a good film. I mean, I've liked them all. Obviously, I've got favorites. I've got preferences. But, yeah, I think he'll do it justice. I think it'll be a good film. 7 was good fun, although it was largely in places a rehash and a reintroduction to a new generation, which I got. 8 was kind of... There were bits of it I thought were great and bits of it that I kind of was like, okay. But overall, I enjoyed the film purely just because it was Star Wars. But I think the Solo one was incredibly underrated. It was just released at a really bad time. It should have just come out in December rather than coming out, right up against Marvel, which I think was a bad idea. I hope make Old Public film, don't screw it up. Yes, same. Really hope we get an Old Public movie, and I really hope they don't drastically change like a lot of the old history. They just reintroduce a lot of it. Solo was a fantastic movie. And I really didn't expect that because Han Solo is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. I'm a big Harrison Ford fan in general. Growing up as a massive Indiana Jones fan, it was very easy for me to get into him as Han Solo and as a result enjoy the original movies because I wasn't a Star Wars fan growing up or anything. Didn't get into that till quite late actually. So yeah, I'm the kind of guy that in theory wouldn't have liked it because I was a new actor, but I did. I thought it was great. Territory War on the 11th and 25th with bonuses. Which factions do you think will get a buff? Yeah, it's probably the same territory. Yeah, Clone Wars era buffs again, I'd imagine. Do you have Zalbaz Zeta? I don't remember, actually, to be honest. I got calves. I'm going to build the whole faction up. No, I don't. He's Gear 10, but he's not Zated. Favorite Indiana Jones movie? Oh, good question. Oh, I'll try to remember which one's which. First one was the big chest thing against the Germans. Second one, was that the one with... Oh, was that Temple of Doom, the second one? And what was the third one? Man, it's been so long since I watched them. I actually did like the fourth that a lot of people hated. I really like Shia LaBeouf. I think he's a great actor. Not necessarily... I mean, I don't think it was his best film by any means, but I do quite like him. I kind of hope he would continue it, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Raiders. Yes, Raiders. I can't remember all the titles. It's been so long since I watched them. I might have to bust them out soon. I've got them all. Temple of Doom 2. Yeah, I think Temple of Doom is probably... I mean, that one really stands out as the one that I grew up loving as a kid. Last Crusade. That's the one with his dad, right? Last Crusade. That's Sean Connery. Trying to remember the subtitles. I think Temple of Doom I liked most as a kid, and as an adult I think Raiders was my favorite. I think that was right. And I did not dislike 4 at all. I actually quite liked it, although a lot of people hate it. What do you use to counter Darth Revan without mirror? Jedi Revan. I just use my Jedi Revan team and slaughter every single variation of Darth Revan with no issues. In fact, I have a harder time against other Jedi Revans than I do against the Darth Revans. Perhaps I'll do a video for you guys to show you how I smash through it. The Game of Thrones guys are supposed to be doing the Old Public Trilogy. I had heard that actually. And I hear they do great things on their show, so fingers crossed. I actually did like Solo film and the timing. Yeah, it was just bad timing, I think. Because there was already still quite a lot of backlash and negativity in the fan base about episode 8, and then this came out still during that, up against Marvel. It's just such a bad idea. Should have just come out in December when people had more time to get over their disappointment in 8, and more time for the people that enjoyed 8 still to get excited about another Star Wars film. So I just think it was bad timing. Raiders, Temple, Last Crusade, can't remember before. Crystal Skull was that one. I think, go figure, I remember the 4th one. The scene with the nuke the fridge scene, that made me lol. Yeah, Connery's a great actor too. Yeah, I don't really think there's a bad Indiana Jones fan for me. I liked all of them. So it sucked because it was directed by a feminist. I liked it, dude. I thought it was great. I really hope we get a sequel to it. I want to know what's going on with Kira. Horrible timing. Yeah, exactly. Not everyone could afford to do all of it and go to all those movies and buy all the things. I think they should spread them apart. I don't think it was smart at all. I remember because I was at the cinema and like nearly all of the screens at my local cinema were taken by Marvel, and Solo had like one screen. I was like, oh, this isn't good. And the queues were enormous for this Marvel movie. Obviously, I didn't have a clue what this Marvel movie was. I hadn't seen any of them, but it without a doubt, that was what people were mainly there to see. Hey there, Leandro. What's up, dude? I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. It's hard to say. How you doing, man? We're kind of just in a chat about movies, Star Wars, and stuff in general right now. Because Grand Arena's already fully cleared. My opponent didn't actually set defense; it was on autofill, so it didn't really offer any challenge. We just kind of ran through it. I recently watched Solo again after a long time. Hated it so much the first time. After the break coming back, actually enjoyed it a lot more and just took it as, yes, I think that's how I went into it. I went into the film as, okay, it's just a Star Wars thing and I love Star Wars, so, you know, I'll give this new Han a chance. And as a result, I loved it. I didn't have high expectations at all. Yeah, Grand Arena's long done, dude. Full clear. First in Arena today as well. You did miss it. You have to catch it on the replay. Solo was great, but they ruined their own sales, and now no Solo sequel. I don't know. I think we may still get a Solo sequel once they kind of, you know, get things going again with 9. It was just such a silly time to release it. I think they were hoping to do a Star Wars story and like a trilogy movie, you know, every 6 months, like breaking it apart like that. But if you're going to do that, don't launch it up against a gigantic Marvel movie that all the Marvel fans were super hyped for. That's just not good business. Not a bad film. Yeah, to be still. Yeah, Rogue One was incredible, wasn't it? That really was such a movie. It's the only one I don't own on Steelbook. I have them all on 3D Steelbook except Rogue One. I missed it. I was at work and it fully sold out. I'm sad Beckett went. Yeah, I really enjoyed Beckett's character. Yeah, I want to know what happens to Kira. You know, is she going to be taken on by Maul now or what? What's going on? Yeah, That's what needs. I need a sequel to that. They got me invested in these new characters. And don't deny me more of the new Han. That's not cool. And more of the new, more of Kira in general. Personally, I think not knowing much about Han's beginnings is what draws people into him. And the movie somewhat took that away. Having the same sentiments with the Joker, though I love Joaquin. Yeah, I mean, I get that from some people. Yeah, I can understand that. But for me, I still connected to him as a youngster as well. Rogue One is the Star Wars film I actually head back to rewatch most these days. It really was a good film. Regardless what Episode 9 does, do you think Star Wars will continue? Also, they'll continue, man. It'll still pump out. Too much money in it. Even when like a film doesn't do great, it's still turning a profit. So I think they would need to launch like 2 or 3 movies that all made a loss before they considered, like, you know, reeling anything in. I loved the meeting of Han and Chewie, actually. That was quite funny. In all honesty, they make a pretty fantastic film if they turn Vader comic into a film. Yeah, that Star Wars Theory channel has done like a non-canon like Vader thing, which I hear really good things about. I've not watched it yet, but I hear good things about it. I'll probably watch it after this. And with the whole thing about making the Sith crystal bleed, I need to actually read all his comics. I've only read the Darth Maul comics so far. Rogue One was awesome, something Star Wars needed, a war type. Yeah, it was really dark, and that's what I liked about it, because I liked the prequels. I found the originals, obviously by the time I watched them, were very dated and cheesy in places. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much, dude. Although they still had a charm, which I enjoyed. So yeah, to come back with that kind of darkness, that really gripped me as an adult viewer. And another super chat. Thank you, dude. Still can't say his first name, so just call him It's Hard to Say. Not read that from, but yeah, I've read Ahsoka's, which was amazing. I've read the Darth Bane books, which were amazing. Yeah, basically Sith don't use synthetic crystals anymore, which is cool. Yeah, I was always a fan of the corrupting a crystal kind of thing. Everyone's good, but they should have made a few of them so you actually cared when they died. I do admit that a couple of the characters weren't really fleshed out enough to the point where, you know, I think the one I was most upset about was K2. I didn't really care when, you know, Baze and Chirrut went. Are you going to watch Urza at the Hall? When's he on? I can never catch anyone's streams. Aren't somebody in talks to do the KOTOR? I think, what, they're the Game of Thrones guys, right? Yeah, I believe they are supposed to be doing that. I just hope they have vibro blades and stuff. And an army of Sith. Not just like, you know, 2. Just play Knights of the Old Republic and then build a movie around that, and they'll do great. Oh, it's live in an hour. Yeah, I'll probably still be around, dude. I'll probably be editing a video to release on my channel by that point. Revan in cinema, I know, right? Just please don't ruin that for me. I never played the Old Republic. Just played the Knights of the Old Republic games. Never played the Old Republic. I downloaded it, I installed it all, I got all the updates, I went to make a character, and every single name I could think of was already taken. So I was like, ugh, well, I can't be bothered right now. I ran out of time trying to think of a name. So I was like, never mind, and I just kind of turned it off and never went back to it. Always love watching Urza live. Yeah, he's one of the few streamers that I watch. I mean, out of all the Galaxy Heroes guys, I think I've caught Mobile twice for various bits. I popped into one of them. I've caught Mist before, and I've watched Urza quite a few times. He's very much like me, interacts with the chat, really gets out there, which is the way, as I said, it's done on Twitch. That's the way I like my streams. Don't really watch anyone that doesn't talk to the viewers. I don't like the you've got to super chat me to get a response style. I don't like that. Like, if people want to super chat me like has been happening here, that's great. Thank you for the support, but you don't have to do it just to get me to talk to you. Rumors are Keanu Reeves possibly starring as Darth Revan. Really? I hadn't heard that. How do I feel about that, actually? I mean, he's kind of got the canon look. Scruffy-ish long hair, and I mean, he's a good actor. It could work. Hey DB, showing up at the end, looking forward to the replay. Thanks, Vicious. It went pretty well. There's loads of like movie and Star Wars talk here at the end. I'm about to wrap it up actually, but yeah, that's one of those casting choices that I would never have considered. Never would I have sat down, if they had said, DB, we need you to cast Revan for us. I would never have gone, oh, Keanu Reeves is a good choice. But now I've heard it. Not bad, actually. Not a bad. He's pretty versatile as an actor. I remember back in the days when he first did like Bill and Ted. I don't think anyone expected him to get where he is now. You're on top of chat interaction with your stream, DB. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. This is what my stream is known for. Just all the constant chat. I haven't streamed on Twitch in a long time, actually. I miss like the stuff that Twitch chat has, but overall, I mean, my view is so much bigger over here. So there's more of you to talk to, and therefore it's just more fun for me. Revan, Meech, Sirik, Bastard, Jodie, Trey, Nida, Scion, all in cinema. It'd be pretty good. Scion's gonna need to be CGI'd up a bit, though, that's for sure. Some fan art out there makes him fit the look pretty well. I can picture how it works actually for him. DB, the best out there. Thank you for doing what you do. You're welcome. I thank you all for coming here. I mean, we've been chatting now for about half hour, not even Galaxy Heroes, and we've still got 84 viewers, which is crazy. Both my accounts have been full cleared already. Nice, dude. I wish I had time for 2 accounts still, but I still got work. Perhaps when I eventually become full-time as a streamer and able to earn enough to not have to work, I'll bring a second account back. Forget Scion in a film. I want to see Malgus. That's the Old Republic guy, right? The MMORPG. I know what he looks like, but I've never seen him. I need to play those games. Does anyone here play the Old Republic and would therefore play it with me? If so, just let me know. My Discord link is like somewhere below, along with my Patreon. And yeah, just get hold of me in Discord. I'd love to actually give the Old Republic a go at some point. Same with, if you play Apex Legends on Xbox, let me know. Looking for teammates, because I hate playing with randoms who just make it really difficult for me to practice and get good at the game. I play it a lot running around. Yeah, I mean, I love that though. I'm a big RPG fan, so I don't mind running around talking to all the NPCs. You work on it on PC most of the day, run Nox emulators. Oh, right. You're playing with me, that sounds good, dude. Oh, you're an Apex player as well, that's awesome. I tried it on the PC, but I get really bad like wrist pains when I'm playing with a keyboard. Like having my fingers like a freaking claw just don't work for me. So I play it on Xbox instead. Depends on the hours, I do play it regularly. Generally, I'd imagine it'd be late, it'd be like post-work type thing. Mobile was live streaming KOTOR last month. Yeah, loads of you guys were telling me to do it. I did it like 2.5 years ago on Twitch. But back then I was so unknown. I think I had like 1 to 3 viewers when I was doing it. My only concern was I'd have to turn the music off to avoid getting demonetized and things like that, or sanctioned and stuff. But yeah, I considered actually doing a condensed KOTOR playthrough. Like, I would play it and record it all, and then trim it and then put it up in video form in parts. I considered that, actually. You're an Xbox player. Sweet. Well, my Xbox gamer tag is just dbofficial125, so feel free to add me. And when I'm actually on the game, just if you see me there and you're on, just hit me up, dude. A lot of the time on Xbox, I'm just watching things and I ain't got time to play anything, or I'm exhausted, or my missus is there. But when I'm actually playing games and I'm on Apex, just give me a shout. Yes, you're a bit late, Obi. We're all, it's like chatting games and movies now. Not sure if mentioned, but Darth Plagueis would be cool if introduced in either film or even Galaxy Heroes. That'd be cool. Always up for more characters to just add some variation to the game. SWGOH is a weekend game when the lads come over with their laptops and there's lag all over the place. Will add you, mate. I played Battlefront 2. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I was actually going to play with Ranger at one time. I suck on Battlefront 2 with the characters. I'm freaking elite with the ships, though. I'm always like top 2 on ships. Always. You'd watch a condensed KOTOR series. Yeah, that was my feeling, that there's so much NPC chat that a live stream might not be entertaining. So I was going to do a condensed version where I can cut a lot of that out, but keep in any funny little, tidbits, while also giving you the brunt of the story and stuff like that. So I think I would end up probably doing it that way. Well, I think we'll call it there, guys. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the super chats. Much appreciated. We'll be back for round 2, which... What's that? It's going to be Sunday, isn't it? Because tomorrow will be the setup for it. Yeah, so I think it'll be Sunday. Either way, we'll be live streaming it about the same time. Guys, making you jealous. I'm watching this while folding laundry, hoping the 1-year-old has a long nap. I feel for you, Togmo. I fortunately have no children yet, but I do have a really annoying dog, so I'll catch you all on the next live stream. I should have a video out before then, though. Going to be making one tonight and probably tomorrow as well. So cheers for coming out, and I'll see you next time, everyone. We out of here.